Hello folks! Do you notice poor blood sugars or hard to control blood sugars when the temperature outside is unbearably hot, like it is right now in North America and in some parts of Canada? It reached 37 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't know how high in Fahrenheit, but pretty high. I'm Trevor from Home in the Range, and I've had type 1 diabetes for 42 years. I've raised 2 type 1 kids and worked in the field of diabetes education. And I'd like to share why this happens to our blood sugars when it's hot out. Why our blood sugars are harder to control. Anyways, please watch to the end because some of this info may come as a surprise, and I'll also give some good tips along the way. Keep in mind that this is my experience and not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. Let's jump into the reasons why high temperatures mess with your blood sugar. Reason number 1 is if you're type 1 diabetic and you take insulin or a type 2 on insulin, make sure you refrigerate those vials. Warm insulin vials, or insulin left out of the fridge for too long at hot temperatures, can affect how well the insulin works. Basically, the potency of the insulin is less, so you'd need more insulin to have the same effect. In other words, it can lead to high blood sugars. So don't keep your insulin near your body if you carry it around in your pocket. Use devices like coolers or ice packs. I'll put in a link below for some on Amazon to keep your insulin cool. Keep your long-acting insulin refrigerated and only take it out when you're going to give it to yourself. If possible, discard overheated vials. I know insulin is pricey, so protect it at all costs. But if you do leave it out, like in the car, which I've been guilty of, throw it out. It's not going to do its job and it could lead to high blood sugars. Reason number 2, pre-existing diabetes complications. So if you've had diabetes for a long time, you could have complications. Certain diabetes complications, such as damage to blood vessels and nerves, can affect the sweat glands, so your body can't cool down as effectively. And this can lead to heat exhaustion and heat stroke, which is a medical emergency. People with diabetes get dehydrated a little quicker than the average person, simply because our sugars are typically slightly elevated from a normal blood sugar, and we end up peeing out the sugar and lose too much water as a result of that. So make sure you stay hydrated. If you've been told you have nerve issues or blood vessel damage by your medical team, be on high alert, stay cool, and stay hydrated by drinking lots of water. Brings me to the next point, dehydration. Dehydration can lead to elevated blood sugars. Basically, the thicker the blood when dehydrated, the more concentrated the blood is and the higher your blood sugars tend to be. If the temperatures are exceedingly high, like the high 30s Celsius or above 86 degrees Fahrenheit, up your water intake or sugar-free fluid intake, even if not thirsty. So make it a habit to get up in the morning, liter of water first thing in the morning on a hot day, and keep sipping the water throughout the day. If active, especially if exercising, when it's hot out, consider supplementing with low-calorie electrolyte drinks. Reason number 4, sleep issues due to high temperatures at night. If it doesn't cool down at night like some places in the world, and you're having difficulty sleeping, this can lead to increased hormone levels like cortisol, causing insulin resistance, which can make controlling blood sugar that much more difficult for us diabetics. So keep that in mind if you're wondering why. Not everyone has air conditioning or even a fan, but if you do, please use them. Try to sleep in a lower level of your home if you're a multi-level home, like the basement, or as I did the other night, as you can see here, I slept on the couch. I had some company, but still it was a cooler sleeping area of my place. Sleep outside if safe and possible. These are just suggestions, but everyone has a different living situation. But try to find the coolest place possible to sleep. Keep a bottle of water beside your bedside, so if you do wake up through the night, take a sip here and there. Also, if you do wake up, test your blood sugar or check your CGM. If you are spiking or tend to be elevated, correct. Reason number 5, and an avoidable reason, avoid excessive alcohol consumption if it's super hot out. Or if you do, just have a couple. And if you do drink a couple glasses of fluid, sugar-free fluid, with each drink of alcohol. Alcohol majorly dehydrates you quickly, almost like high blood sugar. So it's a double whammy for us diabetics. And most importantly, I say this in all my videos, test. Keep an eye on that blood sugar when it's excessively hot outside. All of the above reasons can put a person with diabetes at risk, especially a type 1, for dangerous high blood sugars, stubborn to treat high blood sugars due to the dehydration. We diabetics become incredibly insulin resistant. If our blood sugars are above a certain level, I need a little bit extra insulin, not just the regular correction factor to bring it down. Very important to be aggressive with getting your sugars down. I really watch my levels when it's successfully hot out and drink a ton of water. I exercise indoors and stay cool as much as possible. Thanks for watching and wishing you all home in the range blood sugars. Check out my other videos here and see you next time.